Hey y'all, Bearcat here. Today I got my rifle. Now this rifle, I haven't ran it enough to give you an honest review on its quality and capability. In the near future, I'm going to be doing some shooting videos and eventually a full review. I just want to go ahead and show you my rifle. So when the day comes where you are watching the video, you already know what I'm working with, and you got something to kind of look forward to. First off, it's clear, no magazine. Visual, physical inspection, rifle is clear. It's on safe. This is LWRC International IC-DI, Chamberlain 5.56. Quick background on LWRC. They're a company that produces military grade rifles, famous for their short stroke gas piston system. Their latest piston rifle was developed for competition for a military contract. It's the same contract that FN was in competition for with the SCAR. Now the military did eventually use the SCAR in some special operations, but the contract was to adopt a new rifle to replace them for, I guess for the Army. So nobody won that contract. I think the government just kind of bailed on it. So basically they told, obviously they, just like they would always do, is give specifications of what they wanted and then open up the contract for a competition. Because they didn't pay out and they didn't adopt either of the rifles, obviously LWRC's got to sell that rifle. They spent so much money. So they adapted it for civilian use. This version is the direct impingement. IC stands for individual carbine. DI stands for direct impingement. IC-DI. I guess they came out with direct impingement a little bit later to give a different option to civilians, a cheaper option, more lightweight option. So here's my rifle. The reason why I bought this rifle, it runs about $1,500. Now I could get a cheaper rifle that would do me just fine for something to shoot for fun. It would also do me just fine as a duty rifle, where I would probably never have to use it, but even if I did, it would be for a short firefight, and it would probably work perfectly fine. The reason for spending this much money on such a quality rifle is because I wanted something that I could train hard with, something that I could run hard, that wouldn't fail, the rifle wouldn't be falling apart after so many rounds. Something that would withstand the abuse that I would put it up to. So that's the reason for going the extra mile and spending the extra money on a quality rifle. I'm going to point out the things that come with the rifle. This rifle is entirely proprietary, meaning that all the parts are designed and manufactured by LWRC. Sometimes companies will design a rifle and they will add, like say, they'll mag pull one out. It's mag pulled out. I'm sure you've heard that before. It's got mag pull parts all over it. They did not do this. Everything's proprietary except for this grip. This grip's a mag pull grip. Everything else designed by LWRC. Now your gas piston version comes with LWRC flip ups that are very expensive and awesome, but the DI version does not. So real quick, it comes with all this rail section, these handguard pads that you see here, and this setup right here. This is kind of like a hand stop, similar to some Magpul products. It's got a QD mount on the back, and I like it. I think it serves its purpose, so I didn't change it out. It also comes with that, and that's it. The EOTech that I've got on here, I placed on there. The Magpul flip-ups I placed on there, and the Sling. You already know about EOTechs, I'm sure most of the viewers do, and Magpul flip-ups. I'll go into a little detail on the Sling here in a minute. This stock is proprietary. It's got QD mounts in it. It is a little bit shorter in this length than like your traditional aftermarket stocks. Just as an example, Magpul. It's a little bit shorter here, and it narrows down to a point, so it's a little more narrow down here. I find that it being a little bit smaller back here on this pad helps to fit a shoulder better, especially when you've got armor. And this shorter stock helps it collapse down a little bit shorter. The rifle is, if you can see right here, most uppers stop here, but this flange is all the way out. Okay, out to here, and that's part of their free floated barrel system. It's all this handguard, and the barrel is attached to the upper by all of these bolts that you see here. So the rifle is fully ambidextrous. That's what the military wanted. A lot of times rifles can be made ambidextrous by aftermarket parts that you would add-ons that you would attach to it, but all of the ambidextrous features here are milled into the receiver, so they're not detachments. It's completely designed from the beginning to be ambidextrous. And so there's your ambi safety. Traditionally, your mag release is here and over here. It has this your ambidextrous. Then traditionally your bolt catch is here, and you also have it over here. You've got all your mil-spec items you normally have, as far as your casing deflector, your dust cover, and your forward assist. You also got ambidextrous charging handles, proprietary LWRC. The rail is also proprietary. It does have M-lock slots. That's so you can just, if you want to have the option, you have the option to add M-lock. But you see these threaded holes? That's how all of these pads are attached. These screws fit these threaded holes. They come with the rifle, and you can obviously purchase more of these sections and more rail sections from LWRC with those screws if you don't want to go M-lock. I like how they shaved a lot of metal away from this forend. Normally right here, this is the top. Normally you would have a solid rail here, but see how they slotted it out to reduce some weight. Also, the barrel. Let's go to the barrel. It's cold hammer forged, chrome lined, free floating. All the things you would really want in a quality barrel are there. Plus spiral fluting. All right, spiral fluting is special in that it's different from traditional fluting. Fluting reduces weight and helps with heat dissipation. So it helps your barrel run cooler. Your traditional fluting would just be a long streak line that runs down the length of the barrel. The reason why this spiral fluting is better because you can actually get more fluting due to the fact that when you flute a barrel, there becomes a point at which you sacrifice the integrity or jeopardize the integrity of the barrel, so you can only flute so much before the barrel's weakened. But because it's not that traditional fluting and it's spiral, it's evenly fluted down the length of the barrel, which means you can flute more. You can shave more metal off and have an even heat dissipation and an even weight reduction without reducing, without threatening the strength of your barrel. So that's a big reason why I purchased this rifle. Your flash hider is a regular A2 bird cage flash hider. Your bolt carrier group and trigger group are coated in nickel boron. I'm not going to break the gun apart for the sake of time, but you can see that shiny finish. Nickel boron is a solid lubricant coating. What it does is it allows you to run the rifle dry with very, very little, if any, lubricant, and keeps it from seizing up and having malfunctions. It's a very slick finish and it's very easy to clean. That's going to help you run the rifle longer without having to stop and clean and lubricate. The trigger group, the entire hammer and trigger is all coated as well. The trigger is mil-spec, but the fact that it is coated in that nickel boron makes it a little more slick. So it's a little bit smoother action. And it's got a really clear, loud, pronounced reset that you can hear and you can feel. I've added an EOTech, obviously, like I said, and Magpul flip-ups. The sling that I've got here is from Armageddon Gear. Armageddon Gear is a great company. I've come to personally kind of get to know the owners and operators of Armageddon Gear. You should check them out. They've got tons of gear for shooting and tactical gear. I like the sling. It's a bungee sling. It's got I can attach here, and this is comfortable around the neck. Okay, more so than other slings that I've seen. Check out Armageddon Gear. Real friendly folks. They'll help you out. All right, what have I not covered? Basically, all these things combined make the rifle lighter. The barrel is going to run cooler. It's free floated. It's extremely accurate, and it's going to be more reliable with this nickel boron. It's ambidextrous. I can fight with it left or right. If I get injured, I need to swap. If you got a spouse that's left-handed, you're right-handed, you can both operate the rifle. So those are all the reasons for me choosing this rifle and relying on this rifle. There are other rifles that you can get that do not have as many features and cost more, potentially, or the same. If you want something that's loaded with features and basically has just got everything you can think of already without having to actually build a rifle and modify it after you buy one and make modifications or build one from scratch, a rifle that's already got what you're going to need, this is a great rifle for the money. That's it really. There it is, LWRC IC-DI Chamber 556. Guys, if you like the video, please share, hit the like button, subscribe, and continue to watch. We're going to be running this rifle on video and doing a review eventually. If you want a quality rifle like this, check out LWRC. They make great products, and as you know, EOTech makes a great product. And check out Armageddon Gear, guys. They're great customer service, very friendly, and they'll go out of their way to help you out.